How's it going, everybody? It's Young here, and welcome to day 35 of the Final Fantasy XV Countdown Retrospective. Before you proceed, I highly recommend you check out day 36, in which I discussed news for 2012 all the way until a fake leak that allegedly confirmed Versus 13 was changing its title to 15, which, hilariously enough, ended up being true in its own way later down the line. In this video, I'll be discussing the first time that Square Enix revealed the next-generation game engine that Final Fantasy XV eventually came to run on, the Luminous engine. After Square Enix confirmed on June 1st, 2012 that the alleged leaked video showing Versus 13 changing its name to 15 was indeed fake, 4 days later, on June 5th, 2012, E3 2012 finally began. While Square Enix did make an appearance, unfortunately they had nothing to show in regards to Versus 13, leaving fans of the series once again thoroughly disappointed. However, they did have one interesting presentation, a brief tech demo of a next-generation game engine that they were developing called the Luminous engine. The general public got to see the demonstration of it firsthand through a trailer that Square Enix released that same day of a sample game running on the game engine called Agni's Philosophy, and here's what it looked like.
Hear me, mighty servant. With an offering of light and darkness, do I invoke the ancient pact of binding. Once more, the wicked stand before us, threatening the sacred communion between your realm and mine. Rise, and from the time-torn rift shall our power rage forth and rain down destruction. Nabre in the seal, la presa blue, hoiti.
Looking back at it now, it's very easy to discern the graphical similarities between Agni's philosophy and Final Fantasy XV, but at the time the common assumption was that Final Fantasy Versus 13 was being developed on Square Enix's in-house Crystal Tools engine, which was used to make Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns. And with how long Versus 13 has already been in development on the older engine, nobody thought to assume that the entire project would shift to the Luminous engine. Then again, nobody expected that the game's development would last for another 4 years either. So as far as we were concerned back then, Versus 13 was 1 or 2 years away from completion, and Square Enix was preparing to transition into the next generation of consoles on the side through their new engine, with the Agni's Philosophy trailer acting as a glimpse of the kinds of high-quality visuals we can expect in something like a next-generation Final Fantasy game. Overall, the unveiling of the Luminous engine was well received, and people were certainly intrigued about the prospect of a Final Fantasy game featuring the kind of graphical fidelity that the Luminous engine allowed. But after the mixed reception of Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, and with Versus 13 still nowhere in sight, many quickly began to lose faith in Square Enix's capabilities to deliver a solid Final Fantasy game anymore, even with a powerful new engine at their disposal. Little did we know that the first major Luminous engine title would end up being none other than Versus 13 transformed into 15. In that regard, the unveiling of the Luminous engine at E3 2012 was a pivotal moment in the development history of the decade-long title. With that, I would like to conclude today's episode of the Final Fantasy XV Countdown Retrospective. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about the Luminous engine tech demo when you saw it for the first time, and whether you expected Versus 13 to shift development to this new engine. And to be further updated on all things Final Fantasy, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!